if there's one thing you can guarantee in the Championship, it is the consistency of the inconsistency, because last night Sheffield United lost at home to Rotherham, and QPR, dear oh dear, lost against Huddersfield. But a person who did do very well in game week 20 with their predictions was Vindaloo Victory, coming away with 17.5 points and 2 perfect scores. Second place for the game week was Safik with 16.5 points. But how does that affect the overall leaderboard over at the Super Brew website? Well, top of the shop is GKK474, and they are currently on 177.5 points, followed in second place by Mark Chapman on 167.5 points. I think Mark maybe failed to submit your scores last time out, but we move on to game week 21, the final round of fixtures before the World Cup. Games taking place this weekend, and I think there's one match taking place a week Saturday as well. So let's just get straight into it with Birmingham taking on Sunderland on Friday evening, kicking off at 8 o'clock. I think Birmingham, a real surprise package this season, of course, taking on Sunderland, who's had a little bit of a dip in form recently. So I think home advantage is going to pay in this one, especially under lights. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Birmingham City. Then we move on to Saturday afternoon, where Bristol City take on Watford. Now, Watford, 5 victories in their last 7 matches, and Bristol City, after that early season good form, have fallen off a cliff, losing 3 of their last 7. So I'm going to have to go for an away victory to Watford in this one. Surprisingly enough, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. Bristol City always seem to score, but I don't think they will in this match. Then we've got Cardiff City coming up against Sheffield United. As I've already said, Rotherham beating Sheffield United in the midweek. Cardiff, a few players missing for them against Hull City, and that really told with them losing 3-2. A woeful first half from Cardiff as well, but brought it around, and then they couldn't finish the Tigers off. So this one, before going into the World Cup, there's going to be a few players wanting to perform, especially the likes of Colwell for Cardiff and Harris. They'll want to be in that World Cup squad. That World Cup squad for Wales is being announced on Wednesday, so they'll probably already be selected for that. So I'm going to go for a draw in this one. Cardiff City 1, Sheffield United 1. Then we've got Coventry coming up against QPR. Coventry now rising up to almost mid-table, 5 wins in the last 7, whereas QPR haven't won in their last 4, and 3 of those have been defeats. I'm going to have to go for a Coventry City victory in this one. I'm going to go for a 1-0 home win to the Skies Blues. Then we've got Huddersfield victors over Sheffield United, the Blades, who would have thought, coming up against the Jacks in Swansea City. Swansea drawing 3 of their last 4, but can Huddersfield follow up that victory last night with another win? I don't think they will. I think Swansea will actually turn up in this one. They do concede goals, but I think the Jacks are going to come away with a 2-1 victory. Then we've got Hull City taking on Reading. Hull, neat and tidy passing against Cardiff last night, taking on a Reading side who've lost 5 of their last 7. So I think Reading will put up a bit of a fight against Hull, but I think Hull ultimately will come through this one 2-1. I'm not sure about Hull defensively this season. I've got Luton Town coming up against Rotherham. Luton losing away against Stoke. Another, you could say, surprise victory for the Potters there against the Hatters. Rotherham with that good victory against the Blades. Another tight one, but I'm going to go for another 2-1 victory here to Luton. I think they'll come away with the 3 points. Then we've got Norwich coming up against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough now turning the corner out of that relegation zone. Norwich, not sure what to expect, but they haven't been defeated in their last 3 matches. So a tight one. This one probably will end up in a draw, but I'm going to stick my neck on the line. I'm actually going to go for an away win to Middlesbrough. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to them on the road. They've got Preston North End coming up against Millwall. Preston 3 wins on the bounce, and Millwall a couple of draws in their last 2 matches. I'm going to edge to the home side in this one. Preston looking quite good at the moment, and you're not sure what you could get with Millwall, especially on the road. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Preston. We've got West Brom coming up against Stoke. A little bit of a Midlands derby, you could say. And West Brom hauling themselves out of the relegation zone. Back-to-back wins now. Stoke with a good victory against the Hatters. tight one to call, but I am going to go for a West Brom victory in this one. I don't think Stoke will score in this one. I'm going to go for 2-0 win to West Brom. Then we've got Wigan Athletic coming up against Blackpool. For me, at the moment, Wigan, the poorest team in the division, 6 defeats out of their last 7 matches. And Blackpool, okay, they've lost their last 3 matches, but they've looked okay, maybe unfortunate against Luton and West Brom. Okay, they did get absolutely demolished by Middlesbrough, but I think they'll win this one, and I can see them going to Wigan and coming away with the 3 points, and they'll win 1-0. My thoughts. So we've got Burnley coming up against Blackburn. There's a massive derby match in the northwest. These guys hate each other, don't they? Blackburn, when I've seen them live in the flesh, it didn't impress me too much. Burnley look good, losing their last game, however, in that humdinger of match 5-2. They've had a whole week's rest for this one, and I think they'll narrowly beat Blackburn in the clash of the weekend 2-1. And the final fixture of this game week takes place a week Saturday. We've got Sunderland up against Millwall. The final fixture before the World Cup finals take place, and I'm going to go for a Sunderland win here. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory. So that concludes my predictions for week 21 of this championship season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website. We're now on a bit of a break over the World Cup period, but the championship will return in December. So, as I said, leave your predictions over the Super Brew website. Enjoy your championship weekend, and I'll see you all in the next one.